Hey guys, and welcome back to another Cities Skylines tutorial. We're getting these out every Friday now. I think we're in a pretty good rhythm with them. And just before we kick off today's one, I'm just going to say if you have any suggestions or if you'd like to see anything on Cities Skylines, then do let me know in the comments below. I don't have the best knowledge of the game, but I've put a few hundred hours into it now and I think I've got the basics right, so hopefully you guys are finding these somewhat useful. And you've probably guessed by the title of today's video that we are going to be covering how to build a high volume interchange with no mods. Now this again is the main interchange that we have in our vanilla Let's Play Friendwood, which is currently happening on the channel. Links to the playlist are in the description below. And whilst the game does offer some preset interchanges, such as the Cloverleaf and the three-way, if you're playing without any mods, these two can become really stale, and whilst they do work pretty much perfectly, it kind of gets a little bit boring seeing the same interchange over and over again throughout your city. So we're going to cover one that you can build today with no mods. There's no move it, there's no traffic manager, kind of the mods you would expect to see when building a big interchange like this in some of the modded series. But yeah, we're going to dive straight in, guys, and we'll start building this thing together. Hey guys, okay, we are back in Tutorial Dale, and we are actually suffering some garbage issues at the minute, so I do need to put some infrastructure in here. And we're just going to start this interchange based on whatever kind of vanilla interchange your map starts with. It might be a Cloverfield, it might be this one. It's usually this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all these little slip roads that take you onto different parts of the road. So you're left with this. Now we're going to go ahead into our highway roads here. Now the two roads that you're left with from that initial step, we're just going to bring these out again by 10. Now I am playing with right hand drive on here, so we'll make sure that the roads are flowing in the right direction. And then those first two sections, we're just going to delete those because we're going to need to put on an elevation step here now. So we're going to come out by 10, and you know when you get to 10, because this little second line appears here, that is to let you know that you're at 10 tiles there. And then we're going to come out by a step. I am using the middle elevation step here again, and then another 10, and now that is going to allow us to cross the road perfectly with the column in between. So you can see how it looks. You've got plenty of room to cross in, and you know that you're high enough because if you grab the highway ramp and draw it under it, you'll perfectly be able to go under without hitting any problems. So that's when you know it's high enough. So again, go back and do the other side. So we'll do this again together. Come out by 10. And then another 10. And then straight across. And your roads, the pillars that hold up the road will line up perfectly in the middle, which is nice for those that are more symmetrically obsessed. Now rather than coming straight down, so it mirrors what's happening on this side of the roundabout, we're going to come out by another 10 markers. And then back down here again as well. And then we're going to repeat that step that we did. So out by 10, down, 10, down, and then another 10. So it's really easy to follow. You just stick into your grid markers so far. Now I am referencing the picture of the actual interchange in Friendwood, and don't worry, we will dive back into the Let's Play City before we finish this. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put my picture again. There we go. Okay, so that's what you should have so far. It's pretty simple. You just have two roads crossing the two roads beneath it. You know, that's nothing overly complicated. So about that, guys, I just had to go and answer the door. Really inconvenient timing. So yeah, we have this little pattern here. So now we're going to go ahead and grab our highway ramp. And now rather than have it right next to it as close as you can get it, you just want to move out by another snap point. So you can see this snap point here, if we move to the left, it locks onto the road. We go out by one, then out by another one. And then we're just going to bring that down and across the highway. And then we're going to link that up to that second node point. So it's just the one back from your 20 marker. So that's probably about 15. And again, just remember that as you're going, you keep making sure that your highways are facing the right direction. And we're going to come out again here, just up to that one. So you can make sure that your pillars are all lined up. And then we're going to come out by another 10. So it's all about following these markers that we placed down earlier. And now this road here is going to circle people back around and allow them to join this road heading over in that direction. So now we're at this point. We're going to bring our curved road, if I can actually say it, tool up. And then we're going to bring it out to that second 10 marker. And we're going to bring it out to about that point marker there as well. And the same again. So you just keep following those 10-point markers, and then you're going to end up with a really nice smooth circle like that. But on that second point, you actually want to bring that down an elevation step. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So just by one point. You can bring it down sooner if you like, it really is up to you. And then we're going to come out by 5. And then connect that up through there. So that works nicely, you see. So now if people want to head on this road and get in that direction, they now have that access through there. Super easy, super simple. So now we're going to work on this road again here. So what we need to do is we're just going to extend these out so we have somewhere to connect them. And we're going to grab our highway ramp again. What we're going to do is somewhere along here, you want to make sure you leave yourself plenty of room. So I'm just going to come out about here. And then I'm just going to bring my road. And out by another 10 again. And then we're going to circle it around. And I'm just going to allow this road to flow up through here. And then you can connect that obviously further down. I'll just do it for the sake of the tutorial here. I can get it a little bit further out. There you go. Let's make that a little bit smoother. So now people in this direction have a way onto there. So now rather than building a separate road to connect them to this side, we're just going to come off in a little angle here. Now if your traffic does start getting backed up quite a lot, you can upgrade this bit to this road just so you have the 2 slip lanes. It depends on how your traffic is performing, but 9 out of 10 times you won't need that other directional road there. Okay guys, I am sorry about the cuts. I just had a phone call, can you believe it? The YouTube gods did not want this episode to release. So again, off this road, we've just moved back a little point here. So kind of just off you a little couple of nodes after you leave the highway. We're going to split into a different road and then out by 10 again and up an elevation step. Again, we're still using this medium one here. And then up about another 10. And then up again. Really simple. And then after that one, we're going to switch back to our curved. Out by another 10. And then up again. So you should be having something that looks like that. So it's kind of curving around this road here. So super simple, super easy. Then we're going to come out just up to the edge of the road here. And then across again so we get a pillar in the middle. And then switch back to your curved. Out by a 10. I should go a little bit less than that, probably by 7. And then we're going to bring that up to match the road there. So you now have a bridge passing over the 2 highways. So you have something that looks pretty similar to that. Now this road is obviously going to come down here. I'm going to have it to about the second node there and then drop it back down an elevation step. And then this guy is just going to come in, link up to here. Just about the minute. It's working well. So this road gradually gets closer and closer. You can get it perfectly symmetrical, but just for the function of it working, you know, that's no major issue. So right now, from the bird's eye view, we should be having something that looks pretty similar to that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, let me just glance at our map here. So actually what you want to do is from here is delete that. I'm just going to turn off the snapping here to get this down. And then we're going to bring this down to the ground. And then pop our snapping back on. And then connect that just a little bit further down the road as the traffic can join up on the floor rather than onto the bridge, because we are going to be using this space straight under here, which we'll do right now. So as we leave here, we want to have another bridge that leaves that lane. So right now you can see this way goes under and then this way goes over. So again, back to our curve road and then switch out by another 10 and up to that second 10 marker again. And again by another 10. By doing these little 10 marker points, you just get really perfectly curved roads. That's the only reason why we're doing it. If you don't have the room in your city for that, then you can use another method. So again, start by 9 this time. And then we're going to drop that down. And we're going to come down here as well. Now when you start getting into these underpass roads, you might need to turn off your snapping if your pillars don't perfectly align, just so you can squeeze them through, but you'll usually be okay. And you can connect that up there. The thing about now, people coming in this direction have a way through here and then back onto this road over here. So you should be having something that looks pretty similar to that right now. So now we're going to turn the camera around and now we're going to focus on this road here. So right now, if people want to come into this side of the city, they currently don't have a way. Oh, something has burnt down over here. My park burnt down. Oh no. Okay, so on this road over here, we're going to again stick into our highway ramps. And this guy's going to be majority on the floor. So we're just going to bring yourself off there. And then again, out by 10. You just want to get a nice, long, smooth curve here. You can find somewhere along this bridge here, somewhere to pinpoint it to. Just like that. And again, you can imagine that we have... And don't worry, we will be jumping back into Fremwood to see the final product of this. So you can see how it works in a functional city. And then we're going to come out by a little straight bit here. And then we're going to curve ourselves back in and connect that up. So you know, you can connect that in any fashion you like. It doesn't have to be that sharp, or it can be wider, narrow. Whatever you want to do is you just want to have that curve join up with that road there. So it's pretty simple stuff. It's nothing too complicated. And now from this road that we just built, we're going to come ahead and split off again in another fashion. Something like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come out by, again, those 10 markers. And we're going to come up. And then by another 10. And up again. And then by another 10. Then you're going to switch your road straight across the highway. That's what you want to do. So what was that? Let me just double check that again. You don't want to do 10 there. So by about 5. And I'm going to bring our highway along like this. You can decide, it's up to you, how sharp you want to make that bend. And then switch back to your straight roads. And keep it up. Now we're going to start curving back towards these roads over here. And then we're going to cut straight across with a little pillar in the middle. You will be able to get this to fit. Again, you may just need to turn off your snapping, but there will be a little golden spot where you can get your roads to snap into one another. And now, rather than connecting this back to this main highway, we're going to connect it to this slip road here. And there is a reason why we're doing that. Because if you're creating multiple entry points and what are essentially junctions on your highway, then you're going to be creating more reasons for cars to stop. So right now, all the cars coming through here will just easily slip on, whereas if there's another junction just down here, then they're going to have to slow down even more. It won't be a massive issue, but in terms of just functionality, then you really just want to have them merging onto the main highway through the one road, rather than connecting this one here up to there. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do it, but it's not really necessary. Okay. And then let's just draw this one down again. So again, from this point here, I'm just going to try and grab the same node and make it a little bit smoother than that if possible. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect this road here up and over to this one. So this one is a really super easy, simple connection to make. It's up to you whether or not you want to put it under this bridge if you want to look fancy, but just for ease of use, you can just have it connect up like this. So again, that's super simple and easy. Just using nice big wide curves to keep the traffic flowing as fast as possible. That is one thing I should mention as well, actually. When you are making these big high volume highway interchanges, you want to make sure that the curves are as wide and as smooth as possible, so they don't have to slow down. Like, you wouldn't have this kind of curve on a highway because they have to slow way down and it backs all the traffic up. It's not what you want to do. Keep them wide and keep them happy. Okay, so what you want to do now is you should be having something that looks kind of like that. It's super easy, it's functional, and I'm just going to glance my map reference here to make sure that we have put everything into the areas that we need. Everything is connected. No, we're still missing a road down here. So that needs to change direction. So the only actually, tell you what, let's just see. Give yourselves a little test. There is one connection that we're missing from this interchange. See if you can guess what it is. Try and improve your traffic knowledge here. So it's this road here. So if people travelling this way want to leave the city that way, they currently have no way of doing so. So we're just going to make them another slip road. Again, super easy to make. I'm just going to have them come alongside here. Again, you can just make it nice and smooth. Join it onto this road underneath. And now everyone has a way out of the city. So that's it, guys. It's super easy to make. You will have to turn off your snapping at some points just to get things to fit. But I think that's not too symmetrically upsetting. That's the bird's eye view. If you guys want to pause the video here, then you can do. I think I'm going to get a screenshot of that for my thumbnail. There we go. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and build that, let me know how you get on with it. Let me know if it works, and we'll quickly jump back into Fremwood and you can see how this thing works in a city. Okay, so here we are back in Fremwood, and we can see this exact how Interchange that we just built. You can see mine's a little different. I just had the road, this road comes under a bridge over here. I have a couple more connections around here just so people can get onto different roads, but really what you guys want to be copying is this, because all these bits on the outskirts here and here will differentiate in your city, so that's why we haven't covered them. I am in the midst of detailing this. Shameless plug for the Mixer channel. We do our detailing on Mixer, links are in the description. But yeah, there's a lot of different things you can place around here. You've got a lot of nice big empty green spaces for some of these bigger rocks that you might not end up using in the vanilla game, like the cave for example, and some of these chunkier boulders to sit alongside the highway. And then mine just comes off in direction up here. There's a little junction where people can slip off into different parts of town. There's a standard three-way intersection over here. Down here is where we started our city, and it splits off, and there's all different kind of methods of getting on and off the city, different parts of the city, I should say, rather. You know, there's a nice little slip road here that, this is the slip road that we built where it splits off. You can see I brought my bridge down a little sooner. So there's a lot of different kind of variations you can make of it, but as a general shape, that's what you want to do. And you can see, you know, there's never any traffic problems. People merge on and off seamlessly. Yeah, I think if you want to see this being built in the episode, not that you would because you just watched it being built, but this was episode 4. I think we built this. There's a playlist link in the description where you'll be able to find it. It's one of the really early episodes. But yeah, it works. It handles a load of traffic, and I hope you guys get some use out of it. Again, any suggestions on tutorials that you'd like to see? Maybe, you know, I've got a lot of experience with the vanilla game, so I like to think I can make some functional things out of it. But yeah, just drop a comment in the comments below, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.